Big three by a senior. We talked about it last night. They hit some big ones, and tonight Gessner had one early, and they.
Railers get the turnover, but Gessner missed the layup.
That was the
definition of a wide open layup.
Yeah.
6:05 to go in the third. Lincoln 31, Mahomet 18. Harshman turnaround from 14 is up and good. He has 5.
Too easy. You know, that ball just can't go from the wing right to the free throw line, and it's an easy shot for a high school varsity player. I mean, that ball just can't be gotten there too easily.
Well, the Railers need to pull off like a 9-0 run here. Let's get this out back doubled again.
Kirby at the timeline. Railers working it around the perimeter.
Good patience.
Gavin tried to get a screen from Austin, didn't use it. Instead, they work it to Christian in the corner. His three from the right side is no good. High for the board is Kibler for the Bulldogs. And down 11, they can cut it to single digits, something it hasn't been for quite a while.
Got him trapped.
And then they throw it away. Christian kicks it back to block, and they'll get it to a guard and Kirby.
Yeah, just, you know, the flow just isn't there without Max on the floor. You
right.
know, the ball handling, the confidence, the dribbling, the offense just doesn't flow when he's most of the time not running it.
Yeah, and the people just are a foot out of place all across the front of the offense.
And then Christian's pass, trying to get it on the sideline to Kirby, went right through Austin's hands. So another turnover, and you know, the best way to describe the first 3 minutes here of the quarter has just been plain old sloppy.
Yeah, sloppy, lethargic, no excitement. What other glowing words can I use? B-O-R-I-N-G. All right, Railers, do it on the defensive end. Get yourself excited. Get yourself a steal.
Lob down low, tipped out of bounds. Nice defense by the
There
Railers.
you go.
Oh, they're going to say that it was last touch, and we got an official coming in from the sideline.
Saying,
and I
you're wrong.
Quickest he's ran all night.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Jeff, and it wasn't like they even had a discussion, Josh. He ran down and said, change it, and turned around and walked
I don't care what you saw. I saw what I saw, and that's the way it's going to be.
So
that was kind of funny.
Stays with the Bulldogs.
Usually you at least offer a discussion to your partner.
Just don't tell him what you're going to do.
Hey, moron, I got this one.
Why don't you just put your whistle away? You don't need it. I'll just tell you what the call is going to be.
Wow.
Risley, a long three off the back of the rim, fighting for the rebound, block, and Clapper, and they're going to say Gavin had his foot out of bounds as he was fighting for it, and
it looked like it went over the top of the backboard.
It did go over the top of the backboard, Josh. They all missed that.
And then a jumper from 17 is up and good by Farshman. It's now 31-22. Mahomet on an 8-3 run, and they've cut it to 9, and we're approaching the halfway mark of the third quarter. Olsen coming around a screen. Here's Gessner. Top of the key, three. Got it. Senior with a big shot.
Yep, again, another three, and it seems like the Railers, we get into that funk, we have, for the most part, hit the threes when we needed to.
Yeah, and Gessner's been sharp tonight when he's been very selective about shots he's taking. He's been open, and he's knocked them down.
6 of the 7 last field goals by the Railers as the easy basket by Clapper.
Sorry, Jeff. They're finally figuring this out, inside out, going to the free throw line and turning the looking baseline.
Yeah, again, not a lot of ball pressure, and our hands aren't up. The ball's getting right to the free throw line way too easily.
3:20 to go.
There it is in the corner.
Block. Kicks it down in the corner.
He was late with the pass. He had him.
Christian. 34-24. Railers up by 10. I was going to say earlier that 6 of the last 7 field goals for the Railers have been 3-pointers. The only 2-pointer was the steal and the breakaway layup for Olsen as Gavin fires up an air ball from about 17 feet. And Clapper and Gavin, as Gavin does a nice job of recovering to tip that out of bounds. Clapper and Gavin are exchanging more than Christmas wishes.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day hugs.
Yeah, it hasn't been pretty in there.
Back to Farshman. Jake tries to get in his way. Kibler from the baseline. Shoots over everything. Christian with the rebound for the Railers and gets it to Olsen. Cook and Podbelsic to the scorer's table.
Barely an air ball champ. We got to get these students fired up here.
Austin, he'll try and hit a 3 and will.
Wow, Railers 3 of 5 this quarter from three-point land. Pushed it back out to 13.
2:25 to go. Jake's going to be whistled for the foul.
Yeah, Jake is doing a lot of that anymore. You know, he's right on him, and he's just reaching a lot.
Yeah.
He had several fouls last night against it and several again tonight.
you don't get steals out of it, there's no reason to do it.
Olsen and Kirby will take a seat. Cook and Podbelsic will join Van Hook, Block, and Gesner on the floor for the Railers. Kibler's going to go right down the lane, an offensive foul, and Kibler's picked up his 4th. Nice job by Gavin stepping in the way. And so now Coach Benedict with the decision, his leading scorer in the contest has 4 fouls, and I think is headed to the bench.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a decision. If you're, well, I guess you might be right. I mean, he's down 13. If you take your best scorer out, is he going to have a chance to come back at all, or do you leave him in? But Coach Benedict has decided to let him out, or let him take him out.
They go home run. Gavin ahead to Gesner, who goes up strong for the 2.
Nice. Well, believe it or not, Jeff, he beat Risley that time.
39-24, approaching 2 minutes. Mahomet had it down to single digits, and now the Railers have stretched it back to 15. They throw it inside, and Christian's the only one there for it. Gets a steal for the Railers.
That's 3 straight turnovers on their last 3 possessions, Jeff, and the Railers have cashed in each and every time.
Cook over to Block.
That's where this lead's come from, or this widening lead, I should say.
Podbelsic on top to Block between the circle.
Railers just run in motion.
Curl down, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Turner. That'll be his 1st. So the out-of-bounds play has Block, Podbelsic, Cook, and Van Hook standing all right next to each other as Gesner inbounds.
Corner.
Podbelsic pops out to get it. Now they swing it around the perimeter. Cook, Podbelsic.
Nice to see Max back in there.
Isn't it funny how things have run a little bit smoother?
Yeah.
Gesner gets into the corner, now gets it back to Christian. Christian looking to make a move, kicks it back out. 1:15 to go in the 3rd. Railers up 39-24. Podbelsic down the lane. Max, shot fake. Thought about taking the shot, instead kicks it back out to Gavin. His 3 off the front of the rim and no good.
Yeah, it looks like Max did a good job of pump faking, gotten his guy in the air, and only took 2 dribbles and picked it up. You know, you get your guy in the air, you better get to the rim, or have somebody else's man come and guard you.
Exactly.
Farshman gets out of a triple team. Harriman tries to back in at the free throw line. Risley will fire off a 3. That's no good. Everybody does a nice job of boxing out for the Railers, and it's Gavin Block, the freshman, who comes down with it.
Yeah, Gavin's got quite a few rebounds tonight. Red's done a pretty good job on the boards tonight.
Yeah, Gavin hasn't done much scoring-wise, but he's playing good defense, and he is hitting the boards.
30 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Railers up 15. Gesner trapped against the sideline. Now bring the dribble out near the timeline as we hit 16 seconds.
Here, hold it, get a good shot, and let's add to this lead here before the 4th quarter.
Cook peeks at the clock. He gets it over to Gesner. 7 seconds. Podbelsic comes around the screen for 3. Left it short. Ball loose. Max kicks it over to Gavin. Gavin, fire it up. On the way. I don't think it's going to count. Didn't get it off in time. Our score at the end of 3, it is Lincoln 39, Mahomet 24. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in 1 minute. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.